You know how life loves to mess with you? Just when it feels like you've got everything under control, chaos hits. Roger Federer lives through that not once, but twice. Moments that will haunt him forever. And both times, his nightmare has a name: Novak Djokovic. Back-to-back match points on his serve. 4 chances to finish it, on the biggest stage possible. And every time, Djokovic finds a way out. You know that feeling when you're seconds away from victory, then everything slips through your fingers? That's Federer. Ready to go through the pain again? Let's do it. Grab a seat. This one still hurts. New York, September 2011. The stage is set at the US Open. The air is heavy. The crowd restless. Federer versus Djokovic. A semifinal, but it feels like a championship game. By now, everyone knows these two just don't like each other. Novak has come out of nowhere and messed up the whole Federer-Nadal story everyone thought would last forever. And he isn't shy about it. He makes it clear he's here to be the best. Meanwhile, Federer has called Djokovic out before, questioning his fighting spirit. Novak hasn't forgotten that. Their relationship stays cold and distant, with the occasional jab and a bit of that passive-aggressive energy. Going into this match, these two have already faced off 23 times, and Federer has the edge. 14 wins to his name. 3 of those have come right here at the US Open. As for Novak, he's only beaten Roger in New York once, just a year earlier, in another wild 5-set semifinal. In 2011, Federer is still in his prime. Elegant, calm, precise. And Djokovic is ready to send a message to the world that he's the GOAT in the making. Both come out swinging from the very first point. No breaks. Not even a single break point. In the tiebreak, Roger jumps out to 3 straight set points. But Novak doesn't back down. He saves the first with a huge serve. The second with a forehand winner after a brutal 25-shot rally. And the third with another forehand bullet. But then Federer regroups, grabs another mini break, and closes out the first set 9-7 in the tiebreak. Federer comes into the second set full of confidence. He breaks twice and wraps it up 6-4. Everything's pointing to another Federer-Nadal final, and that's what the fans want more than anything. But hey, things aren't that simple anymore when Djokovic is on the other side of the net, because this isn't the same Novak from 2008, the one who used to retire from matches easily, while Andy Roddick joked about it in press conferences. This time, he hits back. In the third set, he breaks Federer once and takes it routinely, 6-3. By the fourth set, he's locked in, totally in the zone, unstoppable, 6-2. Roger seems helpless, but he's too much of a champion to just give up. He knows that in the fifth set, he still has a shot to finish what he started. His first half chance comes at 2-1, 15-30, but Novak steps up and plays 3 incredible points in a row. And yeah, he knows how to celebrate too. At 4-3, Federer starts off strong on Novak's serve. He wins the first point with a lucky frame shot, and Novak doesn't hesitate to let everyone know exactly what just happened. But Roger keeps the pressure on and, out of nowhere, breaks to love. Now it really feels like it's over. Or is it? It's 5-3, 40-15. 2 match points. Federer serving. The stadium's going wild. The crowd's favorite is just 1 step away from the final. And Novak shakes his head, like he knows he'll never be loved the same way. First match point, Federer tosses the ball. Smooth motion. Serve to the forehand. Djokovic guesses right. Swings full force. Forehand return cross court. Winner. Clean. Outrageous. A shot you don't even try unless you're out of options or out of fear. The crowd is stunned. Federer is frozen. Novak raises his arms. New York finally gives him a little love. He smiles like he isn't supposed to be there, but he is. Second match point. You can feel the tension in the air. Djokovic returns, and Federer misses. An unforced forehand error. Then Federer makes another mistake, giving Djokovic a break point. He saves the first one with a solid serve, but Novak comes right back, earns another chance, and breaks after Roger double faults. By the end of the match, Roger wins only 3 points in the next 3 games. His game just completely falls apart. He can't recover mentally. It's gone. Final score: 6-7, 4-6, 6-3, 6-2, 7-5. Djokovic steals it. Handshake at the end? Cold. Federer gives this forced, bitter smile, not saying a word. After the match, Federer doesn't sugarcoat it.
It's just the way he returns that. It's just not a guy who believes much, much anymore in winning, and then to lose against someone like that, it's very disappointing because you feel like he was mentally out of it already, and just gets the lucky shot in. And
Roger, when a guy hits a shot like that beforehand on match point, is that a function of luck, of risk, or is it a function of confidence that someone would take that kind of a
confidence?
risk?
Are you kidding me? I mean, please.
You can hear the anger, the disbelief, that kind of passive-aggressive vibe. But you can't really blame him too much. When you fail to close out 2 match points on the biggest stage, that's not just a regular loss. You know that one's gonna haunt you for years. Still, Djokovic nailed it, like he's done so many times in his career. Maybe it was a lucky shot, but Novak has proven over and over again that he knows how to hold it together when the pressure's at its highest. The next time he gets the chance to show Federer that mental toughness comes 8 years later. Wimbledon, 2019. Different surface, same script. Federer is almost 38, playing some of his best tennis in years, fully aware that this might be his last shot at another Grand Slam. Across the net, Djokovic in his prime. He's won 8 of their last 10 matches. Feels confident, unbeatable, like a machine. The crowd, completely with Federer. You can hear it in every "Roger" chant echoing through center court. But in Novak's head, it's simple. When they chant Roger, I hear Novak. The first set, just like 8 years ago at the US Open, goes by without a single break. Everything's decided in a tie-break. Federer takes the first point right away, but then comes the longest rally of the set, 21 shots. 2 frame hits, wild defense, and in the end, a bit more luck for Djokovic, who grabs the first mini break for 3-1. But Federer fights back. Big serves, laser precise down the lines. 4 straight points, and suddenly he's up 5-3. And then, déjà vu. Like so many times before, Novak shows that mental toughness and turns the tiebreak around. First set, Djokovic. In the second set, Roger steps into a time machine and goes straight back to 2006. Breaks Novak 3 times and takes the set 6-1. Easy. Total domination. In the third, Djokovic regroups. Once again, we're heading into a tiebreak. Since the start of the match, Federer hasn't faced a single break point. But we all know Novak is the king of tiebreaks. Roger makes 2 forced and 3 unforced errors, and Djokovic races to a quick 5-1 lead. No way back from there. 2-1 in sets for Djokovic. In the fourth set, Djokovic keeps struggling with his serve. He gives away 2 more breaks, and Federer evens it up 2 sets all. And here we go, the fifth set, the longest Wimbledon final in history. At 3-2 for Djokovic, Federer's serving, and Novak gets to 15-40, 2 break points. He misses the first one, but nails the second with a ridiculous backhand passing shot. And just when everyone thinks it's over, that the almost 38-year-old Federer has nothing left, he hits right back. Breaks Djokovic immediately. We're even again. No break points for the next 7 games. And then Federer gets his chance. At 7-7 in the fifth, he reaches 30-40, rips a perfect forehand passing shot. Break! The crowd goes nuts. Everyone's on Roger's side. At 8-7, every Federer point feels like a goal at Wembley. And here we are again, the cursed 40-15. 2 match points, but this time, this has to be it, right? A lady in the stands raises one finger, just 1 more point. Karma says what goes around comes around. No way Djokovic escapes again. Federer on the first match point doesn't set up his body right, sends the forehand wide. Okay, 1 more chance. He comes to the net, soft approach. Novak goes for the passing shot, nails it. Lucky shot again? Yeah, no one's saying that this time. Djokovic takes the next 2 points. The crowd on center court is frozen. Is this really happening again? Apparently, yes. At 11-11, Federer gets 2 more break points, but somehow Novak survives. Again. At 12-12, by the new rule, it's a tie break, and we all know who owns those. After 4 hours and 57 minutes, Djokovic wins it 7-3 in the breaker, 3-2, and takes another Wimbledon title. History repeats itself in the most unreal way possible. Federer had won more points, more games, more winners, and still lost.
I thought we played some great tennis, so in a way I have to be very happy with my performance as well. But Novak, it's great. Congratulations, man. That was crazy.
But this time, Federer keeps it classy. You can see the pain on his face, but he takes it like a true sportsman. Calm, respectful, and ready to give Novak his props. You could say Federer choked, but when you look at the fact that he finished his career with 20 Grand Slam titles, it's really hard to argue that he was anything but a winner. And for Novak, that 2011 forehand wasn't just a shot, it was a message. To the crowd, to Federer, to the tennis world. You can't ignore his greatness. From that point on, he's the guy you can't finish off easily. Even with a lead, you never feel safe. Ask anyone. Federer, Nadal, Murray, they've all been there. And the Wimbledon final just proved his mental toughness. He won all 3 tie breaks that day. The math was against him. The noise was against him. But he still walked out with the trophy. He later said, "You try to stay present. You try to trust yourself." Translation, I don't panic. I don't look at the scoreboard. I just keep swinging. So 2 different slams, 2 match points saved in 2011, 2 more in 2019, 8 years apart. Same opponent, same silence before the roar. Federer calls the first lucky. He calls the second painful. Djokovic calls both instinct. You can call it what you want. Luck, courage, madness. But we all know what it was. Faith under fire. Twice. And the next time someone asks you who the coldest man in tennis history is, don't even think. You'll smile, maybe laugh, and say, Djokovic, every time.